So even though it's still a few months away, let's talk about the WrestleMania 35 plans. Now, obviously for the past few years, the plans have really been centered around Roman Reigns and coronating him, so to speak. Now, with Brock Lesnar gone for at least the foreseeable future, there is no guarantee whatsoever that Brock will be at WrestleMania 35. So, as far as Brock headlining, that's probably not going to happen. But I do want to discuss what's been talked about, at least for the past couple of weeks, about what's going to be headlining. Now, I think I said it on this channel like back in like March or April, but I remember hearing that one of the plans for WrestleMania 35 was if Ronda Rousey's run went well, she would be headlining the show. That's right, Ronda will be closing WrestleMania 35. Now, that was the plan as of a few months ago. I don't know if that's still the case, but that is what I had heard. Because they're trying to basically make it seem like it's a big deal, to have a woman closing WrestleMania 35 in New York, which is their hotbed, which it kind of is. I mean, it is a big deal. I don't know what match they're going to do, but last time I heard she's going to be wrestling Charlotte. So they're pretty much going to be building up Charlotte and Ronda to face off at WrestleMania 35. Now, again, if that has changed, I couldn't even tell you. I don't think it has, but that's one of the plans. But the other match that's been talked about, which as of right now, this is not confirmed, this is not a guarantee at all, it's just what's been talked about, is Roman Reigns versus his cousin, The Rock. And yeah, obviously the idea is probably going to be that The Rock comes in to put Roman Reigns over. Now, like I said, this is very unconfirmed. This is what they want. Whether or not it will happen, though, is entirely dependent on The Rock and, Dwayne Johnson and his schedule. Obviously everybody watching this knows who The Rock is. You know how big he is in Hollywood. You know he's doing tons and tons and tons of movies and making tons of money. One of the top action stars in the entire country. So for The Rock to come back and do wrestling, it's one of those things where it would have to be more so for Rock's benefit as far as him having a good time and him trying to help out his cousin, because The Rock definitely does not need the money. And whatever WWE pays him, which will be a lot, but probably won't be anywhere close to what he makes doing movies, is going to just be chump change for The Rock. I mean, this is The Rock we're talking about here, And yes, for somebody this rich, $1 million is definitely chump change, believe it or not. But that being said, The Rock is the kind of guy who would do it. I mean, even back when he wrestled John Cena at WrestleMania 28 and 29, 29 was also in New York, and that was Rock's last match. Even then, Rock didn't need the money. It's not about the money with The Rock. It's about, him having fun. But the problem is that the last time that The Rock was in the ring against John Cena in WrestleMania 29, he did get injured. He suffered an injury, and there was talk actually during that time that they were going to try to book a Brock Lesnar versus Rock match for WrestleMania 30. That was discussed, by Court Bauer and other guys in the business, and that wound up not happening because The Rock had gone home. Supposedly, The Rock was going to be shooting an angle with Lesnar the very next night on Raw after Mania 29 for Mania 30, but it just never happened. And again, that match, the Rock-Brock match, which we did get at SummerSlam 2002, but I mean like a rematch between them in the modern era, I don't know if we're ever going to get that at this point. But Rock coming back to wrestle Roman Reigns is something that he would do because Roman is his family, but how will his body hold up? I mean, even though The Rock looks to be in great shape, being a wrestler, especially one at Rock's age, you can get hurt in there, and everybody should know this by now. But the idea of Roman versus The Rock on paper sounds like a good idea. I'm just kind of questioning the match will be good. I think the match itself will be good, but I am kind of questioning how the crowd will react, because I feel like the crowd is going to crap on Roman, and they're going to cheer The Rock because it's The Rock. I mean, The Rock's not going to get booed, but part of me has this weird feeling that maybe The Rock is going to end up maybe getting booed too. Not over Roman, but I think the crowd might just crap on the entire match, because look at what they did with Lesnar and Roman. The crowd crapped on Lesnar and Roman, the match at WrestleMania, 34. Now, obviously, with The Rock, I think he has a lot more equity with the fandom than Brock does, especially nowadays after what WWE's done. And I think with The Rock, they probably will cheer him, but I still kind of feel in a weird way that there is a chance that they're just going to crap on the entire match. Because once again, it's Roman beating a legend. They didn't want Roman to beat The Undertaker. They didn't want Roman to beat Brock even. And, in fact, even at 32 in Dallas, a lot of folks didn't want him to beat Triple H, even though he should have beat Triple H because that was the logical storyline where they were going with it. Nonetheless, it still is one of those things where when it comes to The Rock, people are not going to like it if Roman Reigns pins The Rock 1, 2, 3. But that is the preliminary plan. Again, it's entirely up to Rock. He hasn't said he's going to do it yet, and he might not say it. This match may not happen. Other than that, I mean, that's all I have for you here in this video. Ronda Rousey will be on top. Same thing with whoever the heck else they decide to bring in. The Rock, I think, makes the most sense to wrestle Roman. But, I mean, again, I'm wondering if it's going to happen. We'll find out, I'm sure. Probably by January, we're going to know for certain whether or not The Rock will wrestle Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 35 in New York, New Jersey. So, NYNJ. Anyways, that's it. That's all I have for you. Hope you all have a good day. And don't forget to check out my brand new podcast. I have a link down below in the comment section to the Libsyn page. Check it out. Brand new. We cover all kinds of nerd stuff, not just wrestling, but movies and TV and video games and life stuff. So check that out if you like World of Geekdom. Geekdom101.libsyn.com. Thank you, and I'll talk to y'all soon.